Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Amud Yomi Shiur. Be'ezras Hashem Naisev and Etzliach. Hashem should be with us to Lilmod Ulalamid Lishmo Blasus Ulakayim. Hey Amud Aleph Maseches Makkos Mishnah. This Shiur is Leilu Nishmas, my father Menachem ben Akiva, and we are in the Mishnah. Of course, we're learning for the safe and quick return of all the kidnapped people, and all the soldiers should come back home victorious. Mishalshin b'momoin says the Heilige Mishnah about eidim zomemim. We're learning about eidim zomemim, and you must know what these are already by now. Mishalshin b'momoin ve'en mishalshin b'makkos, which means the basic question about eidim zomemim is eidim are always more than one. It's at least two eidim, otherwise it's not valid. So when you punish the eidim, right, how does it go? How does it work? In other words, let's say there were two eidim, and they said that the guy, the defender, the accused, the framed guy, owes someone $2 million. So how does that go? Do they have to pay $2 million each because each one sinned kashel zomam, or to say no, he has to receive 2 million, each one will give him 1 million? What about corporal punishment? Each one gets 39, or do divide the 39? Because it's like, a joint project, partners in crime, Bonnie and Clyde. Mishalshin b'momen, zeg the Heilige Mishnah, mishalshin b'momen ve'en mishalshin b'makkos. When it comes to money, leshalesh either means, Rashi said already before, either if there are three eidim, even if there are three eidim, and that could be, all three eidim were muzam, then they would divide it into three, b'momoin. Yeah, in other words, when it comes to money, you divide it to two or even three. The other explanation of Rashi was Mishalshin needs Beis Din are like the go between. Beis Din are the ones who collect the money from all three parties together, meaning in our case, a total of 2 million, not 4 million, and then they give it to the misken, to the guy that they wanted to frame. The end Mishalshin b'makkos. So when it comes to makkos, you do not divide it, give each one the full amount of makkos. Ketzad, the Mishnah is going to say it better than me. How is that? How do we express the idea we just said, the rule? Let's say the two eidim were made, obviously falsely, that so-and-so owes his friend 200 zuz. When into zomemim comes out that they're zomemim imanu ha'isem, it comes out that they're liars. Mishalshin beinehem. Then they have to divide the two. Mishalshin is not necessarily three. In this case, it's two. There are two eidim, Masayim Zuz, each one 100, because that's what we're looking for. And the Gemara will explain this, will give us the source for that. Aval, however, if let's say they were made that he has to receive 40, which means 39 malchus, what did they say about him, for example? They said that he did, and therefore he deserves malchus. Give me an example. Yeah, what did they say about him? They said that he wore shatnez. They said that he ate chazer, right? They said that he was, doing something. It's a regular lav, the oraisa. Which two lavim, I'm doing chazor but yesterday, which two types of lavim we don't give malchus for? Lav anita klase, lav which the Torah gives you the positive spin of it, the mitzvah set, or lav she'en b'maisa, an inactive, passive lav. But they said that this guy did an active lav. For example, he ate chazir, and he saw it. Comes out that they're absolute liars because they were not even there where they claimed he ate the chazir. Then v'nimtzu zomemim, they are zomemim. Kol echad ve'echad lo yakar boim. When it comes to malchus, it's not about giving him; it's about punishing them, and each one deserves the full malchus. So now we're going to see in the Gemara, Mino Hani Mili. How do you know that? How do you know that what? How do you know that really? Rashi says, Minani Mili, that each one gets the entire set of malchus. Maybe you should really divide it into two, right? Just like by the money. Yeah, I'm partners with my friend, and my svara would be, my friend and I, if I was here alone, there wouldn't be no edus. Nobody would have listened to me as one aid, right? Not in such matters. So maybe you should divide it into two because it's a joint effort, right? Collaboration. So maybe each one would get half of 39. 39 doesn't divide into two. That's another problem. I'm not sure what they would do. Minani mili, Omar Abaye, says Abaye, Ne'emar rosho b'chai v'malkuyos. When it comes to, when the Pasuk describes the person who deserves to get the malkuyos, it says the word rosho, im bin hakois harosho, in Dvorim chafei, v'ne'emar rosho b'chai v'misas Beis Din. The same word rosho is also mentioned regarding a person who's chayav misa, lo tikchu koifer l'nefesh roser asher hu rosho lomus. Oh, so we see that the word rosho applies to both someone who's chayiv misa, any person that's supposed to be executed, mechalel Shabbos, whatever, whichever chayiv misa, mechashefa, yeah, the chayiv that they have to die. So we see clearly exera shova. What's exera shova? Ma lehalan ein misa lemechza. Just like when it comes to death, you can't kill someone halfway. It's either dead or alive. Yeah. And actually, joking aside, what happens if the person you fell off, you dropped him off the roof, and then what happens? He didn't die. You put stone, another stone, another stone. You have to make sure he's dead. And it says if you can't kill him with a appropriate kind of execution, you kill him in any way you can, even with a gun, which is not halachic. So you make sure he's dead. There's no half dead. If so, Afkan and Malkus Lemechza, very good. Sabaya says, yeah, that's a source. So to Malkus, there's no halfway. Malkus is basically the equivalent, is the milder version of Misa. Just like Misa cannot be done halfway, so to Malkus can never be given halfway. You give him the entire set of Malkus. Okay, weiter. Rove Omar, Rove says, Ba'inan, Rove gives us another reason to Abaye, argues on Abaye. Ba'inan kasher zomam lasos leochiv veleika. Oh, we have to, the Torah speaks in singular, and says, Vasisa loi, you have to do to him as he wanted to do to his brother. Oh, veleika, that's not true. That's not the case. You, Reuven, right? I don't care, there's also Shimon there. Don't be like a child in the kindergarten, he also did it. You, Reuven, if we'd believe you and the other guy, you would have now given the guy, the accused, the defendant, you'd give him 39 lashes because of your words. Oh, whatever was supposed to be done to him will be done to you. You didn't want to give him 39. You'd enjoy yourself looking at him getting the 39. Thank you. And you're an integral part of the story. So you now have to get 39. No one flogging less than that. I frag the Gemara, if so, momo in nami. If so, momo nami. If so, wait a second. If you want to do to each one, Reuven and Shimon, what they wanted to do to Levi, to the poor victim, if so, Mama Inami, also by money, why don't we say that each one should pay the entire amount? You, Reuven, you wanted to make Levi, let's call the defendant Levi. You wanted Levi to lose 200, pay him 200, and Shimon should also pay 200. Answers the Gemara, no, Momen mitztaref, Malkos lo mitztaref. Momen joins up. Momen, money adds up. It's all about numbers, and it adds up. And Malkos do not add up. Says Rashi, Momen mitztaref. You can look at Rashi. It's not far away from here. V'arei kibel mashrot lafsidoi ben kulam. He received the money that they wanted to make him lose. Yeah, ben kulam, between all of them. In other words, I think the Lomdus here, again, I haven't seen enough Rishonim here, I have to admit, but basically it sounds like the idea is by money, although he didn't really lose anything, but it's about him receiving what you wanted him to lose, right? He thought he was about to lose that 200, you give him the 200. I don't care how you give it. One from you, one from one aid, the other 100 from the other aid. As long as he receives it, it's a din in the defendant, in the nidoin. Masha'inkin, when it comes to Malkos, right? Malkos he's not gaining anything by them getting Malkos. It's more about punishing them. But the punishment each one has to get separately. Because each one is as guilty as the other one, they both have to get the Malkos. Kach nire, seems to me that is the svara. Weiter, okay. Says the Heilige Mishnah, the next Mishnah. Yeah, question time. 1 second. Right.
Well, you can't divide 39, but
right.
So it's like, so what? In other words,
so question was asked, and the question is a good question, so I'll repeat it. What's the difference between what we say over here that you cannot divide the 39 into 2 or whatever, 2 separate units? You don't give each person less than 39, right? You don't. And on the other hand, we know there's a halacha, which we'll learn later on, that if the person cannot withstand 39 malchus, it's a frail person, and he can only take 12. It has to be divisions of units of 3. You give him 12 malchus. It's not the same. Over there, the person, as far as I understand, over there, the person really deserves 39. Elamai, his 39 is 12, because otherwise you're going to kill him. You'll give him a 13th, he's going to die, and he's not supposed to be dead. Therefore, his version of real full 39, be'etzem, is 12. You do as much as you can, but he was judged for 39. he or she, sometimes it's a woman, she's weak. What can you do? You do what you can. V'shenken yitu lechatchila be poisek and done and decide. I lechatchila divide. These two guys could be strong, they could be guys who are gym trainers, and they can definitely get 39 malchus. They can get 50. And you divide it because you decided he deserves half, and they share the wealth, they share the punishment. Conceptually, is it gzar din? No such thing. Just like you can't kill halfway, you don't do malchus halfway as a psak din. Over there, it's a technicality. Technicality is that the guy cannot chap more than 12. He's going to die on the spot. Okay. Lo Yosef, you don't kill him. Yes?
Do we not have to parallel even though that is on?
Zog Delige Mishnah. Yeah. Fine. Says the Mishnah. Ein eidim nasim zomemim ad sheyazimu es atzmon. Eidim don't become zomemim, very misleading words, until they incriminate themselves. Yazimu es atzmon. It does not mean the eidim zomemim are self-incriminatory. It means yazimu others es atzmon, until the other eidim, the good eidim, the one who revealed the truth, are mazim the eidim themselves, as opposed to if they deny something regarding the defendant or other things. In other words, the Mishnah is telling us something which we always knew already. The only way to be mazim eidim is by saying imanu hayisem. Only if the second ones, the good ones, the mazimim, right, are mazim the zomemim and say you were with us. Atzmon, you yourselves were with us. You're not in Osher Ad Wednesday 4:00. You are in Ramat Gan that time with us. The Mishnah will elaborate, so let's not waste time. Ketzad, how is that? Omu. We're not. This Mishnah, by the way, is the Mishnah that the Gemara referred to at the beginning. Good memory. This is the Mishnah which Kivyochol the Masechta should have started with. This is the classical. If you want to teach somebody, the first Shiur of eidim zomemim of Makkos, that should be the Mishnah. That's a Mishnah. Yeah. There are two people online. Right. The lines are busy. Baruch Hashem. Says the Mishnah. Let's see. Bezos Hashem. Ketzad, how is that? Amru meidin anu beish ploini. Shehor hages hanefesh, two eidim came, and they told Beis Din, we are made that so-and-so killed someone, they killed a living soul. Amru lahem, come the other eidim, super eidim, the mezimim, the good ones, come and say, Hechatem eidin, how are you saying such a thing? How can you testify to that? Sharei, now listen carefully. Sharei neherag zeh, the person who you claimed was killed, or the murderer, which you claim was the murderer, imanu alibi in English. The second eidim come and say there's an alibi. Either you claim the Reuven killed Shimon Wednesday 4:00 in the Shemesh last Wednesday. Well, mapitom. Either Reuven, the claimed murderer, or Shimon, the victim, they were with us. They were with us that same time. Alibi. Ein elu zomemim. They are not zomemim. We don't give them hazama, which means we don't do kasher zomam lases loochiv, because, as we explained, that's poshet esvara. Why do you believe the second eidim, not the first ones? Who said? Because they came later? Because they sound more convincing? Obviously, shtriyot. No way. And therefore, we don't know what to do. Of course, you don't kill the guy. He's off the hook because we're at a standstill. Yeah, like a match. Stand still, what can you do? But they're not zomemim. We don't have the rule of kasher zomam. Ava, here comes the main thing. Amru lahem hechat. But if they told them, the second group told the first group, hechat meidin. How can you testify? Shariatem haisim imonu oisayo b'mokem ploini. You guys, the first eidim, you Berlin Shmerel, the two first eidim, you were with us, not in Osher Wednesday 4:00 in the Shemesh. You are with us in a different place. Then we say that the first group are halachically zomemim, and then the first ones have to die because they wanted to kill poor Reuven for nothing. Which means basically, the concept of imanu isim is here. When the Torah says kasher zomam, it only refers to eidim that say imanu hayisim. You, the first ones, were with us. Why is that? I want to repeat what we already learned in our iyun shiur, which we had once was offline. So I'll say it in short. Either it's exeres hakosuv, because one could claim, what's the difference? When the second eidim say something about the murderer or the murdered, If they say they were with us, oh, then we don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's right, what's wrong. Washing the hands off the case. Somebody's lying here. I don't know who's lying, who's saying the truth. I'm not going to kill a person. It's 50%, right? 50-50. Very nice. When it comes to Imano though, when it comes to the second one, saying about the first ones, you are with us, what do we say then? We say that they're called zomemim. What's the difference? Why? Why do you then kill the first group when they said you were with us? Okay, it could be Gzeres HaKosuv. That's what most people say. That's a common opinion. The Tur, yeah, the Arba Turim, the Tur, the son of the Rosh, the major halachic court, the Tur says there's a very good svar here. I saw it a few days ago. I read it. I saw it inside, and he says it's not the same. Why? When both Reuven and Shimon, when both Beryl and Shmerel and Yosef and Binyamin, the two sets of eidim, when they testify regarding a third party, an objective party outside themselves, besides who they are, they're both as objective. We assume we don't know what's the truth, and therefore, basically, we're not going to kill anybody. Stay, step back, saying we don't know. We'll try and investigate and see, but maybe one of them is lying. They both seem to be, solid proof edus. We don't know. However, when Beryl and Shmerel said that Reuven murdered someone in the supermarket last week, Wednesday, 4 o'clock, Chalila, then they're saying two things. They're saying we saw him killing, and we were there. We were there to see it, right? They're made, we are so nice, and we not nice, we are reliable, and we were there, and we saw it with our own eyes. This is not hearsay. Comes the second group, yeah, Yosef and Binyamin, they come and they say, you guys were with us. You're saying that we're not talking about the defendant, we're talking about you. You're saying you were in Bet Shemesh Wednesday, 4 o'clock, you guys were with us. Now you can't respond to us and say, no, we were in Bet Shemesh 4 o'clock. No, because a person can never testify about himself. It's a nonsense that the Goyim invented, that's a shtus. A person can't, is not objective. I'm testifying that the whole world owes me $1 million. How objective? Shtuyot. You can't be made about yourself. No, we were really there. No, they're saying you're not there. So because you are Nugeh B'Davor, about your own presence in the place, you cannot be made. That's a Tur. Think about it, sleep over it. If I have time, which I don't have time today because preparing for a trip, but if I have time, maybe I'll get that Tur. It's a short and very readable piece, and I'll send it to you. Email me, B'li I'll send you the piece of the Tur. If you don't mind, I'll finish the mission and then I'll hear you. Bezos Hashem. Oh, here comes the tricky case. It's not hard to understand, just tricky in concept. Now let's see the following case. Yeah. Bo acherim vehezimum afilu mea. Yeah. Let's say, bo acherim, other people, look at Rashi. Bo achem sheidu olav kedus arishoinim vezimu hashnaim shezimu arishoinim vezimu gam es achroinim. Yeah. In other words, let's say you have many groups of eidim, and they all say that Reuven killed Shimon. Okay. Bo acherim. Now, Binyamin and Yosef, the mezimim, the ones who are defending Reuven, the supposed killer, they are mezim, all of them. Yeah, the disproving group, the disproving party, they're disproving 100 katois of eidim. They're amazing one after the other. Everyone comes to Beis Din. Binyamin and Yosef, Imanoisem, one after the other. So afilu mea, even 100 of them, kulam yehoregu. Everyone will be killed. Wow. In other words, the eidim hamezim have a power to say about 100 people, you were all with us. It was a big party over there in Haifa. Now, Rabbi Yehuda says, istis izo. Istis, that is soite. This last group is like a stia, it's like a distortion. They're distorted people. They are wrong kind of people. Says Rashi. You know who Binyamin and Yosef are? They are Reuven's best friends, right? And they know the Reuven killed, or at least he's accused of being killed, and they want to get him off the hook. And they decided to be, the world, the world order, the world defenders, and they will defend him, and they will say about each and every one, Imano Isem. So therefore, he's He has this automatic, security belt, security system that anybody that comes against him, they're not reliable. That everyone is wrong and only they are right. Something here is fishy. Something here doesn't make sense. We're going to explain it tomorrow, this piece, by the way. And therefore says Rabbi Yehuda something very strange. He says, "Eino nerag elakatsa rishona bilvad." We only believe them regarding the first group. And the first group of eidim, the first one, Beryl and Shmerel, they are going to be killed because of because of Binyamin and Yosef, because of the good cast, the one who are defending, but not the other ones. Of course, the question is, if you believe them regarding everyone. If you don't believe them, why do you believe them regarding the first ones? That's going to be the Gemara's question. But basically, Rabbi Yehuda says, I'm talking verbal abatishly without yet seeing tomorrow's Gemara. Rabbi Yehuda says, too good to be truth. Everyone's saying that he killed the supermarket. Everyone was there. Everyone saw him. And those Chachomim, Binyamin and Yosef say, Imanu Yisem. To each and every group, they shoot. Imanu Yisem. That shmecks a little bit bad, says Rabbi Yehuda. Does make sense. This is like a stia, istis. It's already distorted, wrong. And therefore, we don't believe them, the second ones. But we do believe them regarding the first group. Wow. Why is a good question. And I'm telling you, that'll be the beginning of tomorrow's Shiur. Bezos Hashem, if everything goes well. Thank you for your patience. What's the question? I'm listening. Yeah, I'm listening. Right, says the Eilig Gemara. Minohan Mili. How do you know that this is so? Wow. How do you know the din of eidim zomemim? What is the source? Yeah, to tell me that eidim zomemim really are only eidim zomemim if we say imanu ha'isem, if the second eidim said about the first ones, you guys were with us in a different place. How do you know? Amar Vada says Vada, the second wide line. The Amar Ko, the pasuk says, "V'hine eid sheker ha'eid, sheker ono be'ochiv." The Torah stresses again and again, "V'hine," right? That person eid sheker ono be'ochiv. In other words, when you read the psukim of eidim zomemim, it doesn't say imanu ha'isem. It does stress a lot that we're talking here about the aid himself. Eid sheker ha'eid. In other words, the aid himself is sheker, not the eidus. Ad shetishaker gufa shel eidus. Says Rav Ada, because it says sheker ha'eid, the body of the eidus, meaning the source of the eidus, is disqualified. Not the content of the eidus, but the goof of the eidus. Where is the eidus emanating from? From the mouth, from the eyes of the eidim. Sheker ha'eid. The eid himself is a piece of lie. He's a shtick sheker, not the content. That the other guy was there. No. And whenever we say eid means two. Eid in Torah. Yeah. What?
If you say the edge is the false, not what he's saying is false.
No, of course. No, obviously what he's saying is therefore false. Avada, of course, it's together. Avada, it's all one big tangle. It's all chain reaction. But which is the weak point? Which is the weak link? The weak link is the aid himself. Obviously, once I believe that he wasn't in Bet Shemesh, he was in Haifa, Mimel, everything is said, but it falls like a sandcastle, the whole thing falls apart. But the beginning, the weak point which we disqualify the Eidus is from Sheker, the goof of the Eid himself. The Torah says Sheker ha'eid, not the Eidus. He is be'etzem one big piece of lie. He himself wasn't there. Now, Dever Bishmael Tana, that in the yeshiva of Rabbi Shmuel they said, it says lanois boy soro. It says lanois boy soro. What's lasur? To be removed. Ad shetisre gufa shel edus. Lanois boy soro. It says that the whole edus is museret. Says Rashi, shehusru mishan. What does it mean husru? What's lahasir? To remove. You guys say you were in Bet Shemesh Wednesday 4:00. You guys, the first ones, you are musar. You were removed, not like Musar Mesil Seshorim. Lehasir, what's lehasir? To remove, to take away. You guys were physically not there. You were musar. You were out of that scenario. We are mesir. We, the second eidim, are telling you, you are not even physically there. These are the remozim of the Torah to tell me that eidim zomemim only applies with imanu hayisem. Now we're going to see all kinds, mainly two interesting cases of eidim zomemim, not real life cases, halachic theoretical cases. Omarove, bo shnaim ve'omru. Two people came. These are the first guys, the first eidim. Eventually, we know that there will be I assume they'll be liars, but let's see. Boshnaim ve'omru b'mizrach bira, in the eastern side of a Traklin Godol. We were in this very, very large room, in a very, very large, stadium, large, palace, this large shopping center. B'mizrach bira horad ploinius anefesh. We saw that in the eastern side of that large hall, we saw that so-and-so killed the other one, the Kantu Beis Din. Uba'oshnaim, here comes the Mezimim, the second group, the Omer, and they say, guys, you're lying. You are at the same time, you are with us in the western side of that palace, of that museum, of that shopping center, the big place. You're in the western side of that very large room. Then what do we say? Well, it's interesting. This is already not exactly Bet Shemesh and Haifa. This is already where? Same place, but it's a very large place. You're saying in the eastern wing of Brent Cross. Oh, yeah, you were with us in the western wing. Brent Cross is a very big shopping center in England, yeah. So, okay. So that's not so simple anymore. It's the same place, but a different place. So what do we do then? So let's see, Chazinan, let's slow down and check. Chazinan, let's see. Let's investigate. Let's go to the shopping center and check. If when you are in the western side of that big hall, you're physically able, if you have normal eyesight, you can see Chazu, you can see the eastern side, and Elu zomemim. They're not zomemim. Why? Because what do you mean? We were with you shopping in the western side in one shop, and we saw him killing him in the east. Tadastira. We were here, Aniba Mizrach, Aniba Marav, Alibi Mizrach, right? I'm in the west, and I saw in the Mizrach so and so killing his friend. Okay, good. Now, Vim Lav, but if it's impossible to see the east from the west, the point where they claim he killed him, that shop, you go and you see it's impossible unless you're a hawk, you're unable to see so far, and therefore must be you're lying. So zomemim. So therefore, then there's zomemim. You guys were too far. You are beyond the eyesight within, the field of vision, where you are out of the field of vision of the event of the murder of what you claim is a murder. Then there's zomemim. Then you kill him. The choyer killed him. Zomemim. Very more pshita. The Gemara is asking, okay, what's the chiddush? Pshita. Obviously, what's the chiddush? Says the Gemara, no. Ma detema. One would say lechush lenahora boli. Maybe you have to be concerned. Maybe you should be choishish. Maybe some people have extremely good eyesight. Yeah, maybe they are much better than the average person or the eidim zomemim, the mezimim, who are accusing them. So maybe you should say, I don't know. Maybe anachinami, they can see better than others, and therefore don't kill them. Don't be mezim them, because maybe they saw something. Kamash Malan. Kamash Malan, we're not concerned about that. I had a question here. And I saw the answer in Achroini Baruch Hashem. My question was, what do you mean we should be concerned? Maybe they saw the guy killing, right? And therefore you should believe the first ones. And therefore what, you're going to kill the accused? You don't do that. You don't kill accused people by maybes. That's obviously I was wrong. It doesn't mean that. The question was, maybe it should be a standstill. Maybe they saw very well, the first ones, so the claim is good enough not to be zomemim. You don't kill them. But maybe the second guys were right also. And therefore, don't kill anybody. That was a Havamina. Don't kill anybody. Kamash Malan, that we're not concerned to the... Oh, here comes even a bigger question. What's a Kamash Malan? We're not concerned that it could see very far, and therefore the are zomemim. Therefore the are zomemim, right? We don't say, maybe give them the benefit of the doubt to the first ones, to Beryl and Shmerel, and really, maybe, no. We were studying the east. We have unbelievable vision, and we saw all the way from the east to the west, or the other way around. We say Kamash Malan. We're not concerned about that. So I leave my question for now until we get to the end of the next case, and maybe then I'll ask it. Okay, but this is pshat. For now, let's just get pshat before we get to our questions. Okay. Not much time left for questions, because I want to get to the end of the next Amud before I go. But go ahead, yeah. One more question for today, please. Yeah, go ahead. I hope to look better at the Rishonim here and come with a clearer picture, excuse the pun, of what's happening here. It sounds quite strange. I'm going to ask the question now. Also, I'm just strengthening your question, guys. That what are we saying now? We don't say that they had super good eyesight, and therefore what? And therefore we say that they're zomemim, and therefore we kill the zomemim. That is on the Quran again. We don't do that. We don't say we are concerned enough for their good eyesight not to kill them, the first ones. But we also don't kill the first guy. We don't kill anybody, as far as I understood, because we always like to leave, the benefit of the doubt. But I want to see again in the Rishonim and in the Halacha, and then tomorrow we're going to Be'ezras Hashem have a clear picture. But let's now continue to a similar case. V'omer Rove said, Ba'al Shnayim ve'omu, two people came and they said, Besura, in the town of Sura, a town in Bovel, Betzafra, in the morning in Sura, Bechad B'Shabsa, Sunday morning, right, in Sura, Sunday morning in the town of Sura, there was a yeshiva in Bovel, yeah, somebody killed, his friend killed someone, Ubao Shnayim, the other two come, when they say, Bepanya, in the evening, Bechad B'Shabsa, evening more like afternoon evening, yeah, towards the evening on Sunday, you're with us in Arda. In other words, you're not with us the same place, the same time exactly. Later on the same day, you claim in the morning you're in Surah, late afternoon, you're with us in Arda. Then Chazinan, then let's check and see. If one could walk or get with a donkey, with a camel from Surah to Nardo, from the morning till the evening, they're not zomemim. Why zomemim? What's the problem? In the morning we're in Surah, and we are right. In the afternoon, we are in Ardo with you guys. That's not a stira, right? You can go the same day with a car. You can be in the morning in Bet Shemesh. In the afternoon, you can be in wherever in Metula. That's locha. V'ilav, if not, have a zomemim. If you can't make it far, right? If you can't make it, it's impossible to make it that quick from the morning till the evening to the other city, then must be that there's zomemim. Can't be that you made it that, right? You're not there. Yeah, it can't be you made it that quick to the other town. And therefore, you were clearly not in the morning. Yeah, like I would say, I was in the morning. Today, you can always be anywhere in the world from the morning to the evening with airplanes. Yeah. Kshita, frag the Gemara, of course. What's a chiddush? Well, it's not even a chiddush. Says the Gemara, no. Ma de tema, one could say, lechush legamla parcha. Maybe you should be concerned that really they are not zomemim, and the edus is right? Why? Because maybe they used a flying camel. What does it mean? Says Rashi, min gmodim yesh. There's a type of camel, shehem kalim bebrutzosem keoifa poreach. They run so quick, like an oifa poreach, like a bird. Yeah, they're very, very, very quick. Yeah, jet, mamish like a Concorde airplane, Concorde. Yeah, they're so quick. Therefore, maybe those eidim zomemim took that special, super duper plane and made it so fast, and therefore maybe they're not zomemim. Kamash malanim, we view them as zomemim. In other words, zomemim, it looks like we look at zomemim lechumra, and enough not to believe them. We take it lechumra, and we don't assume maybe they have extra good eyesight, or maybe they have extra flying camel. This partially answers the question, parrots. In other words, obviously different people have different eyesight. The normal Joe Blow Schmo, the regular guy, cannot see from the eastern side of Brent Cross to the western side, let's say, from the eastern side of, I don't know, the Louvre Museum to the other one. You can't see that far from one side to the other. They claim we happen to be, the two eidim barrel shmerel, wow, we have the super duper good eyesight, right? You say maybe you can test it. I hear. But even without testing it, we just don't believe that. We don't assume that they happen to be out of the ordinary of other people in order to believe their edus and therefore kill the first guy. Or that much we don't say, right? Which means the edus of the second ones is nothing. That we don't say. Ad kedei kach. And the same thing with Gomal HaPoreach. Maybe one of 1,000 people has enough money and enough resources to use that special camel. It's not normal thing. And therefore, we don't support the eidim zomemim by saying they did something out of the ordinary and they managed to be in the same time, same place, almost. That we don't say. Maybe we don't even give them the eyesight business. We don't even get there, maybe. Halachically, we don't have to go into that funny kind of idea. And therefore, we just don't believe them. Although, however, I agree, I stand by what I said. We don't kill the first ones, but it's a standstill. You don't kill the guy, the accused either. Because why should we kill the accused? Because they claim we have a special camel, special eyesight. I think we don't say. Now let's talk about. Okay, 1 second. We'll have to adjust something over here. Bear with me 1 second. Okay. Right. So Thursday, Friday, Shabbos, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah. On Tuesday, there was an edus. On Tuesday, people came to Beis Din on Tuesday, Yom Shlishi, and they were made. They gave an edus over here on Tuesday. Okay, I'm sorry that it doesn't come out so clear on the screen. Okay, weiter. V'omer Rove, says Rove. Now comes the big chiddush. Bo shnayim ve'omru, two people came and said, Bechad b'Shabbos hahoreg plonius hanefesh. The eidim zomemim came and said, on Sunday there was a murder. Yeah, on Tuesday, the eidim zomemim came and said, there was murder. Reuben murdered his friend Shimon. What a good friend. Ubal shnayim ve'omru. That same Tuesday came another group, the mezimim. Imonu ha'isem bechad b'Shabbos. He's saying on Sunday he murdered him. You crazy? You were with us in a different place. Ella, but listen to what the other guys are saying. Betrei b'Shabbos hahoreg plonius hanefesh. They said the other group, let's say that the second group are marked in red. The second group said he murdered him on Monday. Wow. In other words, you guys are wrong. You guys are zomemim, but that guy, he did murder. Yeah, he murdered on Monday. Wow, that's really strange. On one end, it said Immanuel Yisem, you guys are lying factually, but at the end of the day, he murdered. Even according to the second eidim, he murdered. So let's kill him, and let's what? Not kill the eidim zomemim. They didn't get all the details right. Sunday, Monday, who cares? But at the end of the day, everyone knows that he killed. Listen to this. Listen to a surprise. So, Horag. So what do they say? Betrei b'Shabbos hahoreg ploni es ha-nefesh. He killed on Monday. Veloid. Before we get to the punchline, we're going to bring a more chiddushniki case. El afilu omu erev Shabbos hahoreg ploni es ha-nefesh. They said on Friday. The second group said. The second group, the mezimim, they said on Friday he was already a murderer. You said he murdered on Sunday. On Friday he killed. He keeps Shabbos. He doesn't kill on Shabbos. But on Friday, he's a firm guy. On Friday he killed. So when these guys claimed Sunday that he killed, he was taka already a murderer. What's the halacha? Listen to this. Nerogin. Wow. The other group, the eidim zomemim, are killed. Woo. Meaning there are eidim zomemim. The fact is wrong. To say that he killed on Sunday was wrong. Why? The beidna de kamashadi gavra lav ba'aktolahu. Wow. Let me explain. We're not talking about general facts and final calculation. We talk about specifically targeting their words. Were they lying or saying the truth? They were factually lying. Let me elaborate. When they said on Sunday he killed, in the first case, your mom is lying because on Sunday it was an innocent guy. It was a nice kid, nice guy. He didn't kill anybody. He killed on Monday, the Seder. So now we believe the second guys, as the Gemara will tell us soon, and he will be killed because the second group are right. The second group gave starling, perfect edus that he killed on Monday. But the first eidim also get killed because on Sunday he wasn't a killer. Ooh, but here comes a bigger chiddush. On Friday, look what happened. He was already a murderer. So when they said he killed on Sunday, who cares? He was already a murderer. Wrong. Why? As we're going to see soon, Lamaisa, on Friday, he wasn't convicted. He was factually a murderer. But when you say he murdered on Sunday, you wanted to kill him before his Gemar Din. As he once taught me a very nice sentence, between cup and lip, there's many a slip, right? In other words, that's very true in Sanhedrin. In Sanhedrin, between when a person kills until a person actually gets executed, many things can happen. There are many reasons for him to get off the hook. So just because he factually killed on Friday, you wanted to say that he is a murderer and already say kill him. That's not true, because he wasn't yet convicted, as the Gemara is going to explain. Says the Gemara, Maika Mashmalan. The Gemara is asking, what's the Chiddush? Not that it's not a Chiddush, but it's Mefurash in the Mishnah. Look what it says, Maika Mashmalan. Tnina, it says, Lefikach. Oh, sorry. It says in the Mishnah, Lefikach, therefore, Nimtzes achas men zomemes, if one of the groups is zomemes, who vehen neherogin, the first guy, the murderer, gets killed because really the second group proved him to be a murderer. Vehen, the first guys, also neherogin, vashniya ptura, and the second one is potter, the second one is believed. So what's the chiddush? Of course, we saw it in the Mishnah. If I see something in the Mishnah, what does Rav the Almira have to tell me that? Answers the Gemara, Seifa is the Chiddush. The Seifa of the words of Rava is the Chiddush. What's the Seifa? Masha'enken b'gmar din itztrichalei. What's the story about Gmar din? Again, as we explained, and there's a very, very, very mechudishdik Rashi. There's a Rashi which I can't continue without mentioning this very mechudishdik Rashi. Basically, what did we say here? They came on Tuesday and they said, hey, on Tuesday they're coming and saying that on Sunday he killed, right? True. And there's zomemim. Why? Because they want to kill him now. And it's not true. He wasn't yet convicted in Beis Din. It's true that he killed on Monday, right? But they're not saying the truth. They're saying the wrong fact. To say he killed on Sunday is factually wrong. He killed on Friday, we'll reveal that later. But as long as you wanted to kill him based on wrong facts, he was a murderer at the end of the day, there's no murder at the end of the day. Why? Because as long as Beis Din did not decide he's a murderer, he's not. Even though now we know, let's say Tuesday, when the second group came, then we know he's a murderer. But when you guys spoke, he wasn't. He wasn't convicted in Beis Din, and you said a false fact. You said the wrong fact. Now, says Rashi, what does it mean he wasn't yet accused? As I said, between a person killing and a person being killed by Beis Din, between a person smoking on Shabbos and a person being executed by Beis Din because of smoking on Shabbos, many, many things can happen. And therefore, you wanted to really seal his sentence before it was really true, based on wrong things. Now listen to this. Says Rashi something unbelievable, which Tosfos claims against, and there's a lot of turmoil here. Rashi says something very interesting. Rashi says, if a person would come to Beis Din and admit, I killed, then we don't kill him. It's a big chiddush. In other words, Rashi is saying it as an example of one of the things that can happen between him murdering, let's say he murdered on Friday or on Monday, and he would come to Beis Din before you guys came and you besmirched him, he would have said, I murdered, I'm sorry, you would let him off the hook. All the Rishonim said that's, the Tosfos for sure, and the Achronim, they all grapple with understanding this Rashi. But one thing we know for sure, there could be many, many reasons, but we don't believe eidim who say someone murdered. You guys came and you sounded so plausible on something that didn't really happen. It happened before, it happened after, but you said didn't happen. Therefore, eidim zomemim. Now, let's continue. What's the chiddush? Look at the Seifa. It says, the Seifa is like this. Balshnai, it's richale. The chiddush of Rava is regarding the second case. Regarding Gmar Din. What is Gmar Din? I'll tell you in short. Let's say eidim came and they didn't say that he murdered. They said he was convicted of murder. They say, hey, Beis Din, we're in Bet Shemesh. Beis Din of Bet Shemesh. Why is this guy running around? We were eidim. We were in court. We were eidim. We were, standing there with all the crowd watching the interesting court case, the drama. And we saw they was convicted for murder, a year ago in Naharia, in a different Beis Din. Hey, how's he running around free? We are not made killed. We're made he was convicted and judged for killing. And he managed to run away. That's a different story. Now everything will be just the other way around. Listen to this. Now, now we'll elaborate on that. Two people came and said, Bechad b'Shabbos nigmar dina shel ploini. Right? Two eidim came in and said, on Sunday, this is now a new case. This is now a new case. The eidus takes place on Tuesday, right? And they said that Bechad b'Shabbos nigmar dina shel ploini. On Sunday, we're not G. G is Gmar Din. Gmar Din. We are made now that there was a Gemar Din GD. There was a Gemar Din when on Sunday, and therefore we should carry what the other Bezin said. And two other people, the Mezimim come, the good guys come, they say, Bechad b'shab Saimonu Isim. Sunday, you were with us. There was no court case on Sunday, or maybe there was, but you are not there, Bechalal. Chad b'shab Saimonu Isim. You're with us on Sunday. Ela be'erev Shabbos nigmal dino shel ploini. It happened on Friday. You know what was on Friday? On Friday, there was a Gemar Din. That's what the second group is saying. The second group is saying that the Gemar Din, the sentence happened on Friday, before that. Okay. Then, not only that, Ella. Now, this is the other way around. You see what's happening here? Yeah, they're saying no. The Gemar Din was on Friday. Okay. Now, not even that. They said the Gemar Din was on Monday. You saying the Gemar Din was on Sunday? No. The Gemar Din was on Monday. Yeah. Then en elune rogin. The second group is not being killed. Why not? Why not? Because it's the other way around. The beidna the kamashadi gavra barktolahu. Very, very good. Let me explain. Now, when they said, what did they say, that group? Yeah. On Sunday, right? They said the first group, the Shakronim, they say on Sunday there was a Gemar Din. True? On Tuesday, when are they talking? On Tuesday, that's when they talk. They say now that on Tuesday, that Sunday, 2 days ago, there was Gemar Din. Well, on Monday, before they spoke, there was a Gemar Din. So when we speak here on Tuesday, it's true. Since on Monday, that's it. He's not friend. On Monday, yeah. On Monday, he is really Chayav Misa by Beis Din. So if they said, although it's the wrong fact, but then we don't care. Because since on Monday, he has no way out, he can't run away. He's trapped by Beis Din. On Monday, he is already a Chayav Misa for sure, 100%. So when they said on Sunday it was Gemar Din, although they're lying factually, but they're not really lying. Because when they're talking, he is really a Gemar Din. And the Chiddush is a Kol Sheken over here. Let's say it was Gemar Din on Friday, and then said on Sunday it was Gemar Din, doesn't make a difference, because he's already a sentenced person. He's fried, he's a dead duck. He's fried, finished, Gemarnu. Because Gemar Din, we don't care about when it happened. It's a din in the person. Once this person was sentenced and there's no way for him to run away, then we don't care about what's before, what's after. And then we don't kill the eidim zomemim. That's the Chiddush. That's the Chiddush. And then we continue. We have to finish on with today. Le'inyan tashlumi knas. The same thing would apply for a knas. What's a special din regarding knas? By knas, we have a concept of moide, the knas potu. Asher yashin Elohim pat leMoshe atzmoi. What happens if they said about someone that is chayv knas, and knas is the thing that he can easily run away from, right? He can easily exempt himself by doing ptur. So obviously, when they said that he stole, then what? Then they're wrong. If they come out to be wrong, then they take away from him the opportunity to do that self-confession and get away with what he did. Let's see the case. Two people came and said, on Sunday, the person stole, and tovach umochal. Tovach umochal, he either he shechted the animal, or he sold the animal, and therefore he has to pay 4 for a sheep or 5 for the bull. That's all knas. It's all knas. The other guys came and said, we have 2 things to say. On Sunday, you guys are liars. On Sunday, you were with us. Don't talk to us about Sunday. On Monday, that's when he stole and shechted the animal. So the knas only came to the world on Monday. Well, after you guys claimed it happened, mishalmin, they have to pay. Why? Because they wanted to convict him and taking the chance, the opportunity from him taking the chance to admit the lie, to admit the theft again. On Tuesday, they come and they say, on Sunday he stole. You guys are disgusting. Why? Because even though it's true that he stole, either here or there, he could have come to Beis Din before you and admit and get off the hook. So you're not really saying the truth. You're framing, if you're saying the truth, Beseder, then eidim can come before the Oidah. But if you're not saying the exact truth, plus you're taking the opportunity from him to be moide, you're eidim zomemim. You're not saying a true thing. Now, and veloyo, not only that, the second group says that before, on Friday, before the edus of the first guys of the zomemim, he was already take a ganev, still meshalmin. The first group of liars, the eidim zomemim have to pay. Why? At the end of the day, it's true that he stole at some point. Who cares about the day, Friday, Shabbos, Sunday? No. Makes a huge difference. The Be'idna da Kamasadi Gavra, when they were talking on Tuesday, Lav about the Shluminu, very good. Look at the Gavra, not at the Maise. Don't look at what he did, look at who he is. He, on Tuesday, when they came 9 o'clock in the morning Tuesday, and they said, he's Chayav Gneva, he's not. Although it's true that he stole, he could have admitted, and you falsely, shekerdik, took away from him the opportunity to admit. So he's not really saying the truth here. He has a chance. He's not yet the bag chiyuva. He's not a person who owes the knas yet be'etzem, because he has a way out. Now, Baal Shnayim, but the opposite case. Now about Gmar Din. Let's see the Gmar Din version. Baal Shnayim ve'omu. Two people came and said, B'chad b'Shabbos gona v'tova chumocha, then Gmar Din. Ay. On Sunday, he stole. We have a very, very quick court system. On Sunday, he stole, and he shechted, and he was tried and tested and tried, and now the gavel was done. He has to pay. He has to pay the gavel. Based in a different city, Paskin, he has to pay. The other group came and said, on Sunday, you were with us. You're lying about the fact of Sunday. Not true. You were with us in Eilat. Ela Erev Shabbos, Gona v'tova chumocha, v'nigmar dinoi. The sentence, the Gmar Din, was way before, on Friday. Let's say they say on Sunday he stole, and on Monday there was a Gmar Din, says the second group. Ein mishalmin. The first group doesn't pay. Why not? The be'idna de kamashadi gav about the shluminhu. On Tuesday, when it comes to Gmar Din, we don't care so much about when it happened. Why? Because when we were made on Tuesday morning, that he was the Gmar Din, he was sentenced. It's true, he was sentenced. So although we lied about the time, Lemais at the end of the day, we're not trying to take away money from him. This is something I should have said right at the beginning. I'm glad that we got to this point. Eidim zomemim have two issues. First of all, they're factually lying. Yeah. Some lies are better than others. Not better. No, some lies are better. Some lies are not as significant than others. Let's say I tell you guys, yesterday, 12 o'clock, I ate vanilla ice cream. You see the CCTV of wherever I was? Pashat a lie. I didn't eat vanilla ice cream. You say, Kiva is not such an idea. But does it really make a difference? No. I mean, not nice. I'm a gitchir saying lies about ice cream, but not the big difference. If I tell you a lie that so-and-so killed, I tell you owe me money, I tell you that that's a different story, right? That's eidim zomemim. The factual lie is here, that's for sure. However, did the lie make a difference? Is there zomam? Is there kasher zomam? Did they try to frame an innocent person? Depends. Let's summarize what we've seen till now. When you tell me that he actually murdered, or whatever it was, on Sunday, right? And he wasn't yet tried, you are basically telling Beis Din, this guy is Chayav Misa, and that's wrong. Because Lemaisa, when you come to Beis Din, he's not yet Chayav Misa. He could have come to Beis Din with a lawyer, with a thing before that, and when you opened your mouth, he wasn't dead duck. You really tried to kill him. You were the first guys who came and said that he killed, and Lamaisa, your lie was significant. Your lie had an application. Sunday, that's a lie. Who cares? Sunday, Monday, of course we care. Because Lamaisa, when you come to Beis Din, he wasn't yet Chayav Misa. He wasn't yet sentenced. The fact he did it, there's a long way between doing something and being severely punished by execution. And you lied to that. Your lie made the difference. It's like, let's say there's a law in this country, whoever eats vanilla ice cream 12 o'clock gets a 2,000 shekel prize from the ice cream company. Then my lie would mean much worse. I'm telling you, I ate the vanilla ice cream, therefore I deserve 2,000 shekels from Strauss. That's a real lie. That's more like eidim zomemim. That's a different story. Mashenkin Gemar Din. But Gemar Din, it doesn't make a difference. Why? Gemar Din, wherever you are on the spectrum of the previous days, if you come on Tuesday and you said he is chayiv misa, you are right. You lied about Sunday. You're bad guys. Maybe they're disqualified from Eidos, by the way. But Lemaise, they don't get killed because there's no framing an innocent guy. He's not innocent. He was already not framed. He was sentenced in Beis Din Lamavis. He was sentenced for killing. He was sentenced for knas. So now when I'm changing the facts, I'm not so nice to change the facts. No ice cream 12 o'clock. But Lemaise, there's no difference. There's no halachic difference vis-a-vis him because he was already framed in tried in Beis Din. If we just change the date, we're not nice and not honest, or maybe confused. Maybe we're Joe Biden. But Lamaisa, we are not people making a difference here. We're not zomemim to actually do something that never really happened. He is dead duck. He's a dead guy. Yeah. So therefore, Sunday, Monday does make a difference. But I'm repeating, if I said that the guy murdered and I'm wrong regarding the day, and he wasn't yet in Beis Din, because of my edis, they actually sentenced him on Tuesday. What happened? They came 9 o'clock. They said he murdered. They investigate very, very well the whole day. They're about to take him to be beheaded. Uy, vay, vay. And it's because of your false testimony. It's true that he killed, so what? But your lie regarding Sunday, Monday made a difference. It's upon your life, your deceitful words, your wrong words, that Bezin wanted to kill him. It does make a difference Sunday, Monday. That's a pshat. Now you got it. Atzlacha uvracha. Tomorrow. We're a little bit over time. Beseder. Thank you for staying over time. Questions, comments. This shiur is thanking everybody in Torah anytime for your increased presence, and also YouTube lahavdil $5. Atzlacha uvracha b'chol ha'inyonim. Thank you.